Hi Gemini, welcome to your timeless healing and shadow work reading. So I'm doing something new. They are not labeled monthly. This is just whenever you see it. It is meant for you to see, and it's to help you get more insight into what you're healing, some shadow work that may be coming up for you to work through. And so, it could be helping you process something from the past, obviously, whatever's happened for you in the present moment, and maybe preparing you for the future, or in all three. Everything happens simultaneously, past, present, future. So yeah, let's get into it. And what else? If you don't know your other signs, because sometimes, our planets and where we have our other signs are more relevant than just our sun sign, I have linked two free websites where you can look up your birth chart, where you need to know your date of birth, where you were born, and the exact time you were born for it to be accurate. But that way you can just get more insight into your chart. And because sometimes what we're healing doesn't necessarily correspond with our sun sign, right? So maybe it's our moon, which is our emotions, or in our internal world, or maybe it's our rising sign, or our Venus sign, or our Mercury, something like that. So that's why I'm wanting you guys to, if you don't already know those things about your birth chart, go and look it up, and it'll give you a lot more insight into what's coming up for you. Okay, so I am going to get some astrology energy to see where this is coming up for specifically Geminis. We have the 9th house in faith. Let's do a spirituality. Ooh, and Grand Cross Provoker. Ooh, that's exciting. I want to read these from the book just to make sure we get clear insight. So 33. Obstacles are being lifted. The 9th house in astrology is the house position for the sign Sagittarius and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of openness, luck, and expansion. This area of the traditional horoscope wheel is the house of travel, philosophy, high-mindedness, and also religion. The 9th house represents a search for meaning through established structures. Things to do with government and religion may come about whenever the 9th house is included. All right. With the Provoker card, I feel like I have a feeling you're provoking traditional structures. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. A rare astrological configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when 4 planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are 4 planetary squares 90 degrees apart and 2 planetary oppositions 180 degrees apart. Blech. Okay, so these squares cause tension and restriction. So there may be some tension restriction when it comes to what the 9th house represents, which is faith, but it's also luck. Luck, expansion, religion. Like I said spirituality, but to me, that's the basis of religion is spirituality. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants you to know about this. I am using my new Stranger Things deck, so I'm very excited. It's the first time I've used it in a reading. Oops, I've used it for myself, just not recorded or with clients yet. All right, so we have the 5 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Tower. So some upheaval, some destruction. It's like you looking at the aftermath. The 5 of Cups would be looking at things from the past that didn't work out and feeling sadness and regret. The Page of Pentacles would be someone who's more practical, more like looking at the facts. The 7 of Pentacles would be, again, pausing and looking at what you're creating. I feel like you're looking at why you are the way that you are, right? So things that happened in your life that caused upheaval, things that were taken unexpectedly, or just trauma that you've been through. And you're making these connections about like, okay, I see practically now why my behaviors are playing out this way, and why I have trouble allowing myself to have faith in the universe, in the world, in people. And you know, it could have something to do with in your chart. Maybe you have a grand cross right in there, but it's about restriction. It's about like something you've had, something, again, I feel like look up your birth chart, but something has had to do with what you were supposed to learn. And it's based on just how the stars basically are mapped out in your chart. So we have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. So the Page of Cups would be maybe a small offer of love. It could also be friendship. The Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you emotionally, or that you no longer feel connected to emotionally. And the Four of Swords is retreating, resting. It's retreating to rest. You've had to walk away from, I feel like it's saying either you have had, you need to, or you have had to walk away from any love offers or any like I said, this could be friendship, but to me it feels like a small offering of love. It's like a minute, what am I trying to say? Insignificant relationships in your life like have been taken. I don't know what they're trying to say. Justice and the Knight of Swords. The universe has had to step in to create karmic balance for you, because I feel like maybe you get attached easily to people, even if it's like someone who doesn't show you what you actually deserve or need when it comes to love, right? That's even just friendships, family members. And so because you haven't walked away yourself, the universe has had to come in and kind of take these things from you. I feel like the universe in that case is like the provoker, causing upheaval, causing destruction in your life. So we have Justice, which is about balance and fairness. Could also be balancing the scales of karma. And then the Knight of Swords would be someone rushing in or something rushing in, but also using your mind as a powerful tool, and your words as well. This is, to me, feels like you standing up for yourself and setting boundaries with words, with yourself and with other people. The Five of Strands. Yeah, conflict and competition. And you know what's funny? It actually feels like, yes, for some of you, it's going to be both of these messages, and for some of you, it's going to be either or. Just take it as it resonates. But the universe was the provoker, or something happened in your chart where it's like things happened. I'm feeling like this because it's kind of like chaos, like, I don't know, like a tornado or something. That had to happen because that was just what was meant to happen in your life, right? But then also it was the universe showing you possibly something that you are meant to do in this life in terms of for other people. You could have this gift of creating destruction where there needs to be destruction for other people. It's like being a catalyst for change for other people, on how you speak, on how you act, on how you present yourself, what you say, how you say it, the things you do or you don't do. So it's like you are the one causing this. And what's funny is it feels like hidden blessings too with this 9th house card, is like from the destruction, from this restriction comes major breakthroughs and major good luck on the other side of it. So you kind of create conflict, and I think you have shied away from that. But the universe, I feel like the lesson you're learning is that the universe has shown how it has stepped in for you to create destruction, to remove things from your life that didn't need to be there. And you are now, you've healed enough to see, okay, I see why that was taken from me, and I see where I was lacking in terms of maybe boundaries, or that I wasn't paying attention to what this person actually was doing, or something like that. And now you're seeing how the gift you're now being given is that you can stand up for yourself, and just through you embodying these lessons, you're then basically passing this gift on to other people through standing up for yourself, what you say, how you say it, not giving into bullshit, not standing for other people to play into their own bullshit, right? For the people that you really love. You know, it's like holding them accountable for the things they say they're going to do, and saying, like, you know, this is good for you. I think you should do this. Because that's love. It feels very Kali energy. She's the goddess of destruction and transformation and death. Death of ego, though. So we have the Eight of Swords. It's feeling trapped in your head. Whenever you feel trapped in your head, know that that is an indication that you're about to have a breakthrough. That feels like relevant. I don't know if maybe that's one specific person, but I don't think it is. I feel like you are noticing your patterns, and whenever you start to overthink something and you're like, this, oh my God, it's bugging me, and it's almost like it's ramping up, and it's like, that's when you're about to have a breakthrough. So recognize that, because I think before you used to be like, oh my God, this sucks, and when is this going to end? And then eventually it would end, but I don't think you fully got the empowered movement forward that it was supposed to help you move to. So now you're realizing, oh, okay, I see this is coming. It's like you can be more of an observer rather than getting sucked into the tornado. You can kind of go along with it and be like, okay, I know this is going to end, but what is it showing me? Like, be like that with your mind, with your thoughts, with your whatever you're processing. The Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. Yeah, it's like you are learning how to not get sucked into the negative thoughts that are simply being removed from your life. If you can see it as, it's like a funnel. I keep doing this, I don't know why. So, but yes, a tornado, like, you know, goes upwards or whatever, but it's also, for me, it feels like the funneling, like allow the shit that is like being swirled within you to be swirled and then go down and be released into the earth. And that's why it feels like a funnel, because the funnel has an opening at the end that's meant to like have the stuff leave. And that's what you're learning how to do rather than holding on to it and containing it. But that's what the destruction does. Like, so the destruction's happening, and then all the stuff that's going to be leaving goes down into the earth. I know it's a weird like image, but and the King of Dice. So the King of Swords, this would be like you, a masculine air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But it's also just being in your logical power. Like, remember that you are very logical as an air sign. You have the ability to be emotionally detached and see with your third eye as well. It means you're really good at being intuitive. Yeah, see, the High Priestess is about intuition, hidden knowledge, channeling. You're accessing some spiritual powers here when you do everything that I had already mentioned. The Seven of Swords. All the glitters is not gold, but it's about deception. Deciphering between the lies and your intuition. That's another shadow. Judgment. Judgment is Judgment Day. What are you showing the universe that you have chosen to do? Have you learned your lesson? Are you going to prove by taking the right action, by taking the action in the new direction? And the Emperor, yeah, standing in your power. This is father energy, but again, it's more masculine energy. So you're learning how to embody your masculine energy so that you can set boundaries. You can be more of a leader. All right, so this is my archetype deck. So we all have these archetypes that we have the ability to tap into. Some play out for us more than others in our lives. We learn from other people, from society. And so I just want to see which ones are playing out for you right now that may give us more insight into your healing and the shadows that are coming up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Exorcist. The light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Literally, this is what we've been talking about. Shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. So this is why the universe has stepped in to be that destruction, to remove things from your life, because it was the fear of you doing it yourself. But now it's like you've exorcised your demons, your own demons, or the universe has, and now you can do more of it for yourself, and you can help other people do it too. So freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. You don't need to be afraid of it anymore. It's coming to light now. Oh, not those. Priest. Oh my God, how funny is it that these two came out? Because it's usually a priest. And we're talking about religion too. How weird is that? So maybe you come from a religious upbringing, but we have the priest and the exorcist. So who usually does the exorcist? The priest. But it's the light attribute is facilitating spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. And the shadow attribute is violating the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. I mean, it's possible you could have been somehow, I apologize if you hear that alarm in the background. The video is almost over. I don't know if you've experienced that in this life, or it's like bringing up past life stuff too, which is what you're healing, right? It could very well be past life stuff or family stuff. Sorry about that. Let's just get a few more cards just to see if there's any last messages to wrap this all up. It's a very powerful reading. I feel you feeling very empowered in learning these things about yourself. So all positive things, no matter how painful the destruction has been, or whatever you've been through. Patience, patience, patience. I feel King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but it's about being emotionally mature. Queen of Swords, which is you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Setting boundaries, not being afraid to stand up for yourself. It's definitely your masculine, feminine sides coming together. But, again, it could be, no, that's what it feels. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady movement. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. You can trust that you are the one who's emotionally matured in situations to where you feel like you have to raise your sword and be the one to cut through the bullshit, to cut off the heads of the egos that people are displaying for you. And I just feel like this is more about patience with yourself and just knowing that you're going in the right direction. Actually, I want to get one more for the Knight of Pentacles. That just feels a little confusing. The Chariot, yeah, it's movement forward. It's also accomplishment and victory. Again, it just feels like be patient with your progress. You're learning how to drive this chariot with these two, beasts that are learning how to work together, right? And it feels like these two aspects of yourself, your emotions and your mind, your heart and your mind, learning how to work together. So just be patient. It's not all going to be perfect. It's not all going to happen smoothly all the time, but it is very beautiful. So if you would like your own reading with me, you can click on the link below. And once you purchase your session, I will send you an email with my calendar to schedule the day and time. If you have any questions, please email me about what I offer. Thank you for your support here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and leave a comment if you feel called. I love reading them and commenting back. And then don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Bethany Empowers. And I will see you again next time. All right, bye.